It's been a while. So, yeah, we did our priest. That was sick. If you can't tell, we're in a new place. I moved into a different apartment. This is actually not the first video that I'm doing here. I have a different project that isn't realm related at all. That's more of like a personal thing. I'm uploading a video on home winemaking. But for now, hey guys, it's been a little while, not nearly as long as my typical disappearances. I had a couple projects going after the priest, and then none of them panned out, so I took a little break to play Calamity Infernum. But we're back, and for first time in a little while, we're returning to a puberty staple. Doing a new account experience. We're gonna kind of mix up the bowl with this a little while, for a little bit. Because as some of you are very keenly aware, I don't have the best track record at finishing these things. Whoops. So, let's, I'll bring you back to me for now. Actually, that won't work. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so, here we go. So for those of you who aren't aware, I have a series that I do every once in a while, a new account experience, where I just start over on a fresh new account, and I play through every single class in the former realm I order. So I guess for this it'll still unlock in the order. So after Wizard, we're going to do Priest, and then what is it, Archer, Rogue, Warrior, Knight, and then so on, and mostly so forth. Something that I noticed about my previous series is I used to have a rule where I had a maximum of 2 attempts per character, and I try to hit a certain amount of stars. And I've realized since then that I think that's a pretty unrealistic way to do a new account experience, because both the new and returning player respectively will have classes that they don't really want to play. And I think it's a little unfair to force myself to do things that I don't want to. That's not to say I'm going to completely skip classes, but there are definitely going to be classes that I don't personally like that I'm not going to pay as strong of attention to. The biggest example being the Trickster. I really don't think the Trickster is going to get much attention. So towards that end, the similar kind of routine that I've built with these is that there's the email if you want to go send that. It's obviously just a burner email made for this account. If you want to go send me something on there, be my guest. The typical way that I go about this is the first episode is just me hitting level 20. We're going to actually expedite it here quite a lot. We're going to probably try and hit like maybe 1 or 2 8 by the end of this episode, just in the interest of time and because we have a lot of stuff to cover. And I also figure that the early game is going to get very repetitive very fast. So I'm not going to necessarily breeze over it per se, but it is a very recognizable pattern, and I think that throughout every single class that we're playing, even the new player is going to get a very good idea of how I handle the early game and my general approach. We should already have some natural settings on, I'm pretty sure. It should transfer over from puberty, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's check. Okay, yes. Big example is my rotate counterclockwise is on X because I'm left-handed and I have weird motor control. Okay, so let's just breeze through the tutorial real fast. Everyone's seen this before. It's nothing interesting. We'll be right back. So we are sitting actually on the tail end. There's only 4 days left in this season that we're in. Let's see if there's any free packs while we're here. Okay, those are going to be useful. That's feed power. Don't mind if I do. So it doesn't look like anything else too crazy. Fame boxes would be nice, again, if we needed them currently. Let's go peek into the quest room. We're near the end of the month. It's the 19th of February. What the fuck is my problem? It's the 19th of June. I don't even know why I looked at that. And yeah, the season's going to end in 4 days, so we're probably not going to finish Wizard by then. I don't have much going on in the next couple days, so we could try. But it does look like our Wizard is going to start non-seasonal, which is fine. Okay, so early game goal is as obvious and as usual is to get a pet. As soon as possible, we're going to try to get a halfway decent pet. And we're going to use the first character to just kind of get as much fame as possible, which reminds me, let's introduce the account. So our name for this, as you guys are mostly familiar, Every time I do one of these new accounts, I use a random word generator just to get a single word name. I like them. I prefer them. My account's called Puberty, for Christ's sake. You got to stick with the words. And they originally gave me hadal, but someone had already taken that, so I took the more accurate term of hadal-pelagic. For those of you who don't know, the ocean is divided into what's called the water column, and it has 5 pelagic zones. And the deepest one is the hadal-pelagic zone, which is kind of like basically the Mariana Trench. Pelagic zones, the hadal zone is mostly deep ocean trenches. It's underneath the abyss zone where it's pitch black, abyssal pelagic, if you will. I don't know. I'm not an oceanographer. I know enough about it. A little while back, my girlfriend and I went to an aquarium, and that's always a joy. So I was really into marine biology and oceanography for a little bit. Okay, so let's just go traipse around here. Maybe try and get some forbidden jungles in for an easy mid-game staff. And try not to die, because we're going to probably get our salad tossed. Alright, sweet. TP to an ice cave on accident instead of the magic woods above it, but we're just going to deal with it. We unlocked Priest. That's sweet. Yeah. In terms of the fact that we weren't really sure about an attempt count, that does mean, yeah, that may be a bit up in the air. I do think there's going to be a very definitive cutoff point where I decide I don't want to play this class anymore. We're going to get nothing from this boss, but we might as well level up for free. Yeah, there's going to be a very definitive point where if I die, I'm like, shit. Similarly, I don't really want to put a star goal on this account, a pet goal on this account, because I found that those just kind of limit my enjoyment. I just kind of want to play every single class until I'm ready to move on and see where we go. Now, naturally, given who I am, I do anticipate the fact that I'm going to feel upset when I don't, like, fucking 4-star every class at minimum, just because that's the standard I've always set for myself. But we'll see. Oh! Okay! Holy shit! Okay, take risks! Woo! Okay, wait, that's sick! Holy fuck! Okay, yeah, no, that was a serious fucking lock-in for that. I probably shouldn't have labbed and said. Actually, UDLs are valuable for us because they can give us the spell. And I guess the staff as well. Holy fuck! Okay, yeah, what a risk to take that was. We easily could have died in like 2 hits, but what a fucking payoff. A quality 0 G-Sork. Fuck, that's sick. Man. Oh, no, that's a no. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that. We should start doing those probably very soon. Probably soon after we hit... Ooh, want that. Soon after we hit level 20, we're probably going to go start doing those. That could be cool. Sarstone is so good. What the fuck is this? I've never seen him do that sort of fucking maneuver bullshit. Oh! Oh, sweet. Why are these things dropping dies and stuff? That's odd. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that anyways. Either way, we've got a decent set of equipment now. I wonder if it's an event that's going on. That would actually almost make sense because of the void things that are spawning. That would make sense. Let's go attempt the blue because the fucking armor's goated. If they're gonna do red first, then I'll do red first because the Drakefire Amulet would be good too. But sweet, Automaton Egg, that's huge. More importantly, obviously, that's uncommon. That's a huge thing to get. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I kind of forgot about the... That's the wrong one. Oh, wait, what? That feels bad. Thanks. Will this actually let me claim all of them? What's this? We are going to get the increase in starting tier. I don't think I'm going to bother to go buy all the tier 0s. It just doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother to buy all the tier 0s. It doesn't really feel like a huge investment. It doesn't matter. It's a new account. It's fine. We'll reap the rewards even if they're kind of useless. I thought that was supposed to give me fame. That last thing there. It's supposed to give me fame, and it didn't. Huh, okay. Either way, okay, obviously, as per normal rules, we're not going to use these sorts of things. Fuck ton of loot boost is nice. Stat bonuses are nice. We could pop all of those chests just for the culture, but I expect that anything good I get out of it that isn't tiered equipment, I'm just going to... That sucks. I'm just going to use as a feed. Like, if we get, like, an Omni or whatever, I'll use it as feed. But that's mainly useful for the stat pots. Alright, sweet. Well, there is our first level 20. Friend's supposed to be on to invite me. Come here. That's all caps, whoops. Okay, sweet. Alright, let's see our stats. 25 isn't out of the ordinary. Everything else? Not terrible, honestly. We'll probably go for speed and dex, the standard. It's not too bad. Sweet, okay. Alright, there we go. Yippee! Sweet. Cool. Now we get guild pots. Alright, fair enough. Okay, I think just out of greed, we'll pop all these standard quest chests, and we're really just looking for pots here. We don't have to go, like, too batshit with it. It is kind of funny that we just log in day one. They're like, hey, take a load of shit on me. Don't sweat it. Man, it's taking a while. Good for fame, too. Oh, hello! Kind of impressed we even got one. Okay, sweet. Take that. Take that. We should probably take one of those. Oh, never mind. We're gonna take that. And that was loot boost. Cool. Shield rune. Not bad. It's useful. It's speed power. I feel like I get a lot of shield runes now. And consumables in general. Alright, let's see. Drum roll, please. Tight. Whatever. Tight. Okay, love Spellblades. I'm a big Spellblade fan, so that's sick. Okay, it's 700. That's horrible. Okay, cool. Cool. That wasn't too bad. And then we'll probably save the void chests for a lot later, just because we don't need them immediately. Let's do the wetlands. We need these. This Spellblade's goated. Hello! Okay, this could be crazy. And it's not. Okay, sweet. Okay, 4 decks from this, though. That's actually pretty good. Damn, that would have been sick. Bogwood Crook is a really fucking strong item. Okay, that's fine. Not a really big deal. It's still a bunch of early game feed power. We need that. What the blue fuck is that? Not gonna bother to take that normal staff we see in there. Not really a point. What the fuck? That makes sense. Because it's the void entity. Is that why people are popping so many ice caves? It died. Okay. Anyways, nice. Oh, hello. A lot of ice caves, by the way. No matter what this is, unless it's the ring, it's useful. That would have been hilarious. Okay, that's actually huge. The staff obviously would have been great. Wow. Okay, sweet. Okay. I'd like for the server to reset so that we're not sitting here waiting for Nexus pops. Sick. Okay, 775 health is very significant. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm gonna go do Dex, Speed, and maybe Vit as well. And then next episode we'll probably 8-8. 8-8ing in 2 rather than 3 kind of makes it so that we hit the interesting stuff a bit faster. Okay, we claimed some, account levels. We have a baby egg. I'm assuming this will give us a pet with heal as our first ability, which would be huge. No way it's about to happen. A fork found in kitchen, baby. Watches bullshit. That would have been insane. Okay, we got something to work off of though. That's awesome. And because we have 800 fame from the rewards, let's just go max this thing out just for the love of the game. What's highest here? Shield rune is 750. I always thought it was 500. Okay. Well, we can get rid of that because we're basically never going to use one of these things. We might as well get rid of it. And we're not going to feed one of the other 750 items because that put us up to level 19. And I think we can afford to get like a 500 feed power item and have it knock out the rest for us. I'm pretty sure. I've done my math right. Anyways, I'm going to go do 2 Forbidden Jungles real quick just to get this seasonal quest out of the way. I believe it'd be fastest to just go up from here. Okay. Sure. Sure. Whatever the fuck this thing is. I don't know, man. Just start throwing shit at me. Okay, I'm assuming this is a tier 13? 650 feed power, that's tier 13. Okay. It looks kind of cool. Sweet. If it happened again, I would have probably shit my pants. Oh, hello. That's more feed power and a quality 4 fucking T5 prism. Sweet. So does this thing, did we just like delete it last time? Does it, what does it do? Oh, okay. Oh, why did he get fucking backspace last time? That was so weird. Okay. We've been taking risks all episode. We might as well. We'll try. We'll try. That's the thing. I'm gonna be very clear about bailing. This dungeon is so weak, but so are we. And if we have a bad group, we're gonna die. That's the big thing. I want to call attention to something while we're here. I'm very aware of the fact that almost all of our equipment is because of events. It's a very important part of the game. Obviously, events aren't always going to be here. You're not always going to have events. But I think one of the most critical parts about getting forward in this game when you're a newer player is having knowledge of everything that is available to you. Like, I knew that we had a Void event coming, and I didn't know that we would get the fucking Tier 13 Morningstar reskin, but I knew that that was an option. I knew that the Void event here was an option, and this is obviously a risk that a newer player isn't going to be able to do. Newer player isn't really going to be able to do something like what I'm doing right here, because this is a very hard dungeon. It's not as hard as it used to be, but it's a very endgame dungeon. But what I will say is that this is a very good way to dip your dick into voids, because endgame players are going to be doing these, and they're going to be doing a lot of them, and they're doing them from the realm where it's substantially weaker. Look, this is an 8-person group with very mediocre gear. I'm not nervous at all. I have no nerves about doing this. It's substantially weaker. Look, these are endgame enemies, and I mean, these aren't the strongest of enemies, but I'm killing them basically by myself on a new account with no difficulty. Capitalize on your events. You have so many opportunities afforded to you through these. Let's not get slowed here. If we get slowed, we're in an immense amount of danger. Yeah, be aware. The account level thing. We got a bunch of shit through the account levels. We checked our shop for free packs. Always look at your options. You have so many things you can do that'll help you get ahead. Don't ignore them. That's the lesson I want people to take from this. You know, obviously I'm doing this as entertainment for like middle game players, but I'm very cognizant of the fact that there's newer players who watch me. I did a Shatters guide with the priest, and people love that. People thought it was useful, and I'm very, very aware of that. So I want to carry some of that into this, and while we are going to expedite the process, I do think that through the remaining 18 characters, or 17 characters after this, you're going to get a pretty good feel for the early and mid game, just because every class needs something different. Like for Wizard, we could be prioritizing 1 or 2 dungeons, and it could be totally different on a different character. So I think you guys are going to get a good comprehensive view of the end game. Now we need to be aware of the big boys in here, or whatever you want to call them. The Greater Void Shades is their technical name. We're going to want to be careful for this. We do have a knight. It doesn't look like I'm on his platform. So we need to focus up on not getting hit by these, but they die fast. Another piece of advice, if you're not comfortable with this dungeon, not good. That's just what I was about to say. Stay out of the middle of the room, because that's where during this 4-copy phase, that's where the large ones spawn. But we seem to be getting forced into the middle. Yeah, if this was a normal void, we would have been in an immense amount of danger right there. We lost a lot of health right there. If it was a normal void and wasn't 45% weaker, we probably would have had to use a lot more health pots. Yeah, these dungeons are, when you're a weaker character, like they're easy when you know what you're doing, and Void isn't nearly as hard as it was half a decade ago. But still, it's no joke. You should still, employ at least a little bit of attention. We can fuck around a lot because, it's a weaker version of it. But yeah, right there, that would have landed us in some really, really hot water. But either way, this is something that we're definitely going to want to pay attention for. We're going to want to do a lot of these things. Voids drop intensely valuable items. Omni is a very good ring now. It's been buffed. Sourcestone is a really good survivability ring now. And everything else is feed power. Vital Unity would be a massive upgrade. But sweet. Yeah, okay. We'll tuck back into the bullshit. But yeah, we just walked into this from a sewers. Challenge yourself. Always get out of your comfort level. Hello, Vital. Splendor. I'll take it. Okay, 650. Yeah, all right. That's fine. Oh. I just came here for the potions. There's no one in the realm. I came here for the potions. I'll do blue just for shits and giggles, and then I'm gonna go double check, and then if not, then I'll probably just go and walk my way to the Sprite Forest beacon, and just kind of force it out of there. Oh, gold bag, what? Oh, hey, fuck! The game's just throwing feed power at us at this point. Holy shit, that's incredible. How are we doing on decks? We're down to 6 to max. Oh, wow, that was fast. And we're about to hit our 2nd star. Sweet, okay, wow. This is a really magnificent... What? This is a really magnificent start to the series here. Watch, white bag? Okay, I would have probably shit myself if that happened. Tier 4, sucks wiener. That's fine. I really should be taking the lower tier marks. I've roped myself into a nasty habit of only taking... wish I had TP for that. I've roped myself into a nasty habit of only taking high tier marks, and I do wish that I would avoid that, just because it's very beneficial to keep them. You never know what a common chest is going to give you. There's quite a lot of STs and UTs that you can get from the lower tier chests that I just feel like I miss out on those extra opportunities for that. So that is just something to be aware of, and it's definitely a habit I should break. But the counterbalance to that is being cognizant about your vault space. You don't want to cram with marks. Even with the materials chest, it's easy to overwhelm that. I'm going to search alternate to the alt pass just for the chance at tea rooms, because the ring is quite useful. I'm sorry, is that one right there? It is. Okay. Let's see if anyone has me on, or has a star filter on. That's the disadvantage, too, of this account, is a star filter. Gotten decent damage. Oh, there we go. Okay, sweet. Yeah, this is very valuable. Ring would be nice. No fucking way. No way. No way. That sucks. Okay, that's chill. Still! We have a shitload of feed power. Holy fuck. Man, that's incredible. That's so exciting. That's sick. That takes care of a lot of the early game. I'm telling you, prioritize your pet. I'm saying, look, I'm going to be honest. The solution I found, mainly, I don't know, because I'm an endgame player, motherfucker, has just been to feed everything. If it's not immediately useful, feed everything. For a newer player, I would make an exception for, equipment that would immediately benefit what secondary class you're making. So once you get a second character slot, I'd recommend something like Knight or Priest. Build some equipment for that, but everything that isn't essentially useful for whatever you're having right now. So say we have this wizard, and then we have a second character that's a knight. Whatever doesn't immediately go towards those two, you should probably consider feeding it. You want to build a strong pet. Once you hit rare, there's a huge shift in the game and just how you play. Highly recommend prioritize hitting a rare pet as soon as possible. It'll change your life. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. Would have really liked the reskin tier 13 Spellblade, but that is another 650 feet power. So, NBD, I'll take it. Oh, okay, sweet. Hey, tier 3, okay. I found that getting abilities... Ooh, hello, the map looks different. Fog of War was removed from the map. Does that mean Cult Staff shoots straight forward now? That's interesting. Yeah, I found that getting abilities tends to be a bit of an issue. I'm kind of interested in seeing if we bridge that gap. We'll kill this before that party disappears. Sweet. Or the abyss, rather. Yeah, I found that getting a high tier ability is probably one of the worst parts of characters. Yoink. Sweet. So we'll work towards that. I'm sorry, that's an orange bag. Okay. Right. No. Yes? Maybe. I'm going to be frank with you. I've literally never used this item in my life. That's a Lich King. Okay. Oreo, maybe? I guess here's a good chance to test it out. Odd. Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess we wanted a tail. It's kind of just a worse version of that. Fascinating. Weird, yeah. I mean, there are just some items you just don't really, you don't really get. Man, yeah, I don't think I've ever really used this thing. He's going to explode at the end here. Just keep an eye on this. Sweet. I don't know. 850. No. Okay. Yeah. We won't. We won't be using this because the feed power outweighs it. Wow. Still, very interesting item to get. I'm really not complaining about that. Let's take a quick glance at our stats. Okay. Great. Yeah. So we'll do Dex and Vit pretty easily, and then I'll probably just wrap up with Speed, and we'll be to go. Oh, Ray Katana. Okay. Yeah. Just give us an event white too. If that was shiny, I probably would have shit my pants. Okay. Let's go dump off our King's Fortune, I guess. Okay. What the fuck? Let's go, I guess, peek our head into seeing if this maxes our pet. What the fuck, man? I mean, I guess they've increased a lot of drop rates. No, okay. Well, there's not really a point in using that. Let's use one of the 850s. Well, I mean, if that only increased it by 5, just because of the diminishing returns with lower levels, let's feed this and let's go feed the Ray Katana. And that should be enough to knock us over towards maxing our common pet. Sweet. Okay, well, did a little bit of screwing around. Seems like the highest feed power item that we have, the 850, will max us. Went through every single like 50 interval item we had, 700, 750, 800, or we don't have an 800, etc. You get the point. And this one will be the only one that maxes it in one fell swoop. There we go. There is our first maxed pet. Sweet. Okay, now let's just go quickly cave in and finish our stats. Oh, 1 defense to max. Okay, we should probably go wrap this up soon too. And we'll probably get that through our last couple abysses. But let's just go dip into some Sprite Worlds. Is there not one currently up? There we go. Okay. Oh, sweet. There is our defense max. Wow, 1-8 in defense. Oh, mouse slipped. There we go. Sweet. 1-8 in defense. Nice, nice. Oh, wow. Okay, 13 attack is our highest of our little rainbows here. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's just go wrap up our last 3 stats real quick. Hello, tier 4. Sweet. Okay, D-Sphere. Good enough. Tier 4 is bridge point. Once you get to T4 and above, you're generally pretty good to go. More importantly, we meet requirements for pretty much all Discord servers. So we're good to start bridging the gap into the end game. Wow. That was kind of our biggest like problem point. Like I said earlier, always prioritize getting a good ability early game. It'll change your life, especially for things like support classes. Getting like an early tier 5 tome, crazy. Early T5 seal or shield, crazy. Skull, orb, it's all good. Always try to get a good ability early. It'll change your life. Unfortunately, no way to really control that. Just kind of do a lot more middle to like early late game shit as possible. Oh, don't need that. Sweet. Would have wished for an attack. That's fine. Hey, okay, I'm gonna take this. Good enough. No. No. No matter what the mini boss is, that won't be good, even if it was like a beta. We don't really need the G life, and I doubt we'd do the... Sure. I doubt we'd do the actual 03. I'm just... Whoa, hey, buddy. Fucking FNAF jump scare right there, bro. Hit the fucking hallway ambience. Let's see if anyone interferes with our rotate. Kind of. Whatever. Either way, yeah. I'll take a Dia. Why not? I do normally prefer spell blades over staves, but I'll take it just in case there's a situation where we need the range. Oh, and hello. We maxed our Vit there. Sweet. Okay, let's go wrap up our decks real quick. And then, yeah, we'll go back for speed next episode. We did hit 3-8. That's what we were looking for. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Damn! Okay, kinda Pirate's expertise. Wow. Okay. That's an awakened modifier on a quality 1 thing that we're about to feed. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. Okay, I actually, hang on. Pause. I do know how I feel about that. That sucks dick. Especially because it's not what we wanted. Yeah, okay. That blows chunks. We could run towards that Death Knight in an attempt at speed pot. Nice attempt at getting a Solus, but there is our Dex Max, which is nice. Yeah, wow, we're 3-8. Okay. So that's going to be it for this episode. For context, most of the time, episode 1 of the series is a 20-minute long introduction. In an entire eradication of our previous mold, currently, let's open OBS, we're sitting at 1 hour and 54 minutes. Don't be fooled. Yeah. I've been here for a while. In 2 hours, this is where we're at. And I'm going to emphasize again, take advantage of events. Take advantage of events. If you see something going on, do something with it. Do something with it. Yeah, okay. And take risks. We got a G-Sork through taking a risk. We did voids. We did an early void. Don't be afraid to teach yourself, and don't be afraid to fuck up. We're going to spend this entire series fucking up. We have an early max pet. This is, I think, the first time in the history of new account experiences that I've ever ended episode 1 with a pet, let alone one that's maxed. This has literally never happened before. So it's safe to say that we are in excellent hands. We're also halfway towards our 3rd star. At the end of the next episode, we will be 8-8, and I got nothing else going on. It is 12:20 at night, but I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Or today, rather. So I'm going to probably go jump right into episode 2. And I'm in a really good spot to do this. So I'm going to pop into this 3rd dimension and say thank you all so much for watching. Very excited to see where this series goes. I hope that this ends up with a decent amount of audience retention. Who knows? Kind of a mixed bag. I've been gone for a long time. It doesn't seem like there's going to be anyone in this 3D, though I'm happy to be proved wrong. 3rd dimensions are very valuable things for these early characters. It's definitely a dungeon we want to look out to do, and looks like we're to go. Okay, either way, I will just check back in. You guys will see me in this 3D at the beginning of episode 2. Thank you all so much for coming. Hope there's a lot of you. Don't know. And I will see you all very soon.